The Packers look great in LA against the Rams. Rodgers looked good. Devontae Adams, it sort of feels like Cobb is doing nothing. And if you wanted to, you could just key solely on Devontae Adams. Jimmy Graham seems like he's just a red zone threat. If Devontae Adams is the only guy making big plays, the Packers, to me, shouldn't be that hard to stop. And it does put into question how strong the Rams defense is if they couldn't figure that out. Packers at Patriots. The Patriots at home just seem to be so dominant. Why don't we start with you, Whale Capper? Packers at Patriots, a line of -5.5 or 5 in a total of 56.5.
Okay. Well, as someone with a Green Bay +8.5 ticket last week, let me go ahead and wipe the sweat off my brow that I am still sweating because that came so close to going up in flames. I think we were right when we broke down that game last week. Green Bay was the right side in that game. Then that defense, they played lights out. That was the most impressive performance we've seen from that Green Bay defense going back to when they shut out Josh Allen, which maybe that wasn't that impressive, but whatever. Giving Aaron Rodgers that many points was tough, and it was easy to pick that number off. And I am very, very surprised that the bookmakers have set themselves up to get cleaned out on the Patriots here because they hung a lower number than the look ahead. I don't know that I saw enough out of Green Bay to warrant you ought to adjust their power number by a couple of points. And you're still talking about now a very, very tough travel spot. Green Bay, go fly to LA, go play a tough game. You lose a heartbreaker, a game you think you absolutely had a shot to go and drive and get a field goal and win. Now you got to fly all the way back across the country, play in prime time against the Patriots in Foxborough, a place where they are absolutely lights out, dynamic, at home in this spot. I know that there are a lot of question marks about the Patriots over the course of the season. They have not looked as good as Patriots of old. We've talked about it on this show a bunch of times. This is probably the worst roster they've ever put around Tom Brady. But lo and behold, Julian Edelman is back in the fold. He looks like he's 100% now. Rob Gronkowski, he's probably 30% of the Rob Gronkowski that we've seen in years past. He's clearly dealing with a ton of serious injuries, and they keep him under wraps for the most part in these games unless they absolutely need points. But I think you're starting to see, a Patriots team that's coming together and getting a little momentum. And when they need to score points, it's not really ever in doubt. And I think that, having them as relatively short favorites by Patriots standards at -5 is a really, really decent look. And if it's a brutal day for the public on Sunday, there is going to be just a mad pileup of people grabbing Patriots tickets here. And the bookmakers, I guess, have confidence in Aaron Rodgers being competitive in this game because they're going to let it happen, I guess, if they're hanging 5. So it's interesting. I don't know. I guess I'm interested to hear what Donnie thinks the line's going to do, but I'm taking the Patriots and points. I'm laying the points with the Patriots now, expecting them to get a pretty comfortable win here against the Packers.
You've had a great read on the Patriots ever since IFBC when we first met. You've had an excellent read on these Patriots. And Quinn Rivera backing your call on Gronk, saying Gronk looks slow or hurt out there, but Pat's still getting it done. White with yards after the catch all day. I also can't wait to hear what you have to say on this game, Donnie. Packers at Patriots.
Yeah, you know what? Looking at a side, it looks too easy, right? When it opened up, 6.5, 7. Oh, I just watched the same exact football game, and it was the Rams, and I was just going to take, the Packers and take the points. This is a tough spot because they should have won the football game last week, and they took the L. Now they're flying home. They need to win this game. But look, it's Belichick and it's Brady at home, one of the tougher environments to play in to actually beat this football team. If you're looking for a way to take the Green Bay Packers, I hear you because you're right. Seeing in the chat box, Gronkowski a little bit slowed up now. Edelman banged up with the ankle injury, but they did a pretty good thing last week if you're looking from the New England perspective. Held a lot of guys back. They figured this is the Buffalo Bills with Eric Anderson. We're not going to expend a lot of energy. We're going to throw 55 balls that are 3 yards or less in the flat and just walk the first downs, get out of here with a victory because we know we have that big game in that matchup next week, which looking at a side, I would lean towards New England because it's New England at home. If you're going to hang a 5, just like Will Capper's talking about there, you're not expecting Green Bay really to hang around. You're expecting Green Bay to be in this football game, in a tie game, and maybe get the outright victory in New England, which I don't think is going to happen. But I actually like the under a little bit better than I like the side. 56.5. What do you need when you're taking a look at the overs here? Do you think there's going to be good pass rushes on both sides? I don't think it's going to be that much domination. Are both defenses electric and lights out? No, I don't think so. But that plays right into my thoughts as an under, because if you're going to get points in this football game, is it going to be 2 plays, 72 yards? No, it's going to be 5 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, 11 play drive, 6.5 minutes off the clock, and all you need is a couple stands in the red zone where you get field goals instead of touchdowns to get this. In a college atmosphere that you're looking, you need those 3 plays, 68 yards and a touchdown. That's not happening in this football game. These guys are going to dink and dunk their way down the field and take what they're given on both sides of the football. This game's going to stay under the total. Could they both play in the high 20s and maybe into the low 30s on one side? Sure they can. These are the 2 greatest quarterbacks arguably of all time, but I don't see that quick strike ability on either side in this football game, and all you need is a couple red zone stops. You get that under. We're not talking about 45, 46 in this game. We're talking about close to 57. Give me the under here.
Interesting. I like that. What do you think
look.
about that call, Whale Capper?
That's a really nice look. I think that your path to victory there, the way you've laid that out, is exactly in the cards for this one. Where New England struggles, it's in that short intermediate range. They can cover well down the field. They have the horses in their secondary to do pretty tight coverage, and Green Bay's offensive weapons aren't scary. They're not going to get behind this defense. No way, no how. You could see a lot of these drives though, and you could see them, bend but don't break type of defenses on both sides of the ball. All you need probably is 1 or 2 red zone stands where you stop a team kind of inside the 10 and make them settle for a field goal, and this thing stays under. So that's a pretty nice look. Last point I wanted to make about the Patriots and their ability to attack the Packers. I thought you saw some really nice adjustments from Sean McVay and the Rams last week at halftime. They were getting smothered by the Packers defense, and what they came out with as their plan A was not working. And they made the exact right adjustments on how to attack the Packers defense in terms of getting their running backs involved in the passing game and getting them in space and having them make plays when they needed it, and hitting guys on the edges out down the field. And I think that plays exactly into the way the Patriots want to attack anyway. And you're going to see the Patriots be able to move the ball more effectively in general in this game. And so I guess I think as terrible as it is to say, the Green Bay team total under might be worth a sniff in this one, even though the Patriots defense is, clearly has problems. I think that they're going to be able to play some keep away in this one.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.